Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for January 27, 2022. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders. Erica, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we're streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Pantoja, would you call our next case, please?
Yes, Judge. It's cause number 2014-0D05057. Cause number 2016-0D01420. State of Texas versus Yvette Delgado Gaitan. Announcement of council, please.
Kevin Marcantel for the state of Texas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Regina Arditi on behalf of Yvette Gaitan, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're set for a status, and I hear we have some, I'm assuming it's good news?
Well, no, not really, but we
Not
had
good
reached,
news, Judge, no.
we had reached a deal on this case. We were ready to plead, and we were actually thinking we were going to plead today. However, the defense attorney was having trouble getting a hold of her client, which is unusual because usually the client responds to her phone calls and messages. And that caused defense counsel some concerns because last time defense counsel talked to her. Will you tell her about what you found out, Ms. Arditi, and then we'll finish up here.
Thank you, Your Honor. The last time we had a hearing in this court, I had notified the court that I had spoken with my client because I was having a difficult time getting a hold of her. At that time, she was in the hospital with COVID. So this morning when I was speaking with Kevin, I was telling him that I cannot get a hold of my client. So between Kevin and myself, we started looking up information, and Kevin found an obituary for my client. And apparently she passed away on January the 12th, 2022.
Oh my God.
Kevin and I were on the phone. We contacted the funeral home. It appears to be that it's the same person, same date of birth, same daughter. And Kevin is going to try to see if we can get the death certificate. The funeral home said that they did not have the death certificate, but it wasn't ready yet.
They said she died too soon. They haven't had time to get one yet. It takes longer to get one. So we'll need probably a status a few weeks down the road to get that. But I've already asked my investigator to order it, but I don't think that it takes time for somebody to sign off on it and make it official, you know. Go ahead, Ms. Arditi.
And Your Honor, based on my conversation with Mr. Marcantel, he said once he gets the certificate of death, he will be dismissing the two cases.
Well, okay. Well, then we're going to come back in 30 days. Status.
It's
Okay.
very sad. It's very sad, Your Honor, because this defendant was only in her 50s. So he was very young.
No, she had been here in person quite a few times, probably the duration of COVID. I think we'd been having her come in. So we'll reset for 30 days. Obviously, if you have that information sooner and can forward the dismissal, Mr. Marcantel, please do so sooner, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I sure will.
All right, thank you, Ms. Arditi.
Your Honor.
May we be
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who's
Y'all
next?
stay safe. Bye-bye.
Hey, Judge Gomez on page 4.
Go ahead, Chief.
Okay, it's cause number 2019-0D04903. Cause number 2020-0D03092. State of Texas versus Kevin Gomez. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Omar Carmona on behalf of Mr. Gomez.
Good morning, and Mr. Gomez is still in custody. I think we're just here at another probation status. Where had we left off last time? Omar, I think you were here last time too.
I was making my pitch to try to keep him on probation, Judge. I was hoping that the gang unit would still want to work with him. Again, I know that he was, not supposed to be out. And my understanding, Ms. King, is the only thing that came out was a new misdemeanor. I don't think it was a felony, was it?
No, it was not. It was terrorist threat and it was declined.
Okay. And so, Judge, I know we have issues as far as, he shouldn't have been out breaking curfew. But again, he is young, and I think that his time incarcerated, I think it's definitely hit home. But other than that, my understanding was he was compliant leading up to that point.
Well, I mean, he was kind of possibly compliant, and it was quite a bit of hand holding. Ms. King, do you know what you're gonna do? What you all are recommending on the new case?
Your
The-
Honor, that's, so ADA Rago from BPU is handling that one, but I
Oh.
believe it's 18 months, state jail.
Mhm. Okay, so they're not offering probation. Carla, I'm looking at the case summary and I don't know that I see, do you have any notes from the last hearing? Is Carla there?
Yes, I'm here, Judge. I apologize.
Okay, sorry, I'm on one screen here, so. Agent only, still wasn't employed. All right.
So the last hearing, Judge, which was on January 11th of this year, we were pending the status, we went over the status of the pending case.
Let me ask quickly, Ms. King, does that declined terroristic threat arise out of the same incident as my engaging?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that one was declined?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forget. It's Ms. Rago. Sorry. Carla, go ahead. You're gonna say something else?
So the only notes I took down from last hearing, judges, we were discussing possibilities like Mr. Cremona had mentioned, and you recalled the case, how you recall Mr. Gomez given several opportunities since before on his probation, and we were just going to revisit all this today. I
Well,
think the majority of it, we were kind of waiting to see what the state was going to do on the other cases.
there's Ms. Rago. So Ms. Rago, I guess on Mr. Gomez, that engaging case is 18 months. You all are not offering probation, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
I apologize, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I didn't realize my headphones unplugged and it was placed on mute on my
Okay, hold
computer.
on a second, because I think we lost our court reporter.
It's been a struggle all day.
All week, it's been a struggle. We got kicked out of Zoom, I don't know how many times the other day. All of us, not just me.
Yep. And Outlook was not working for a second.
Carla, has probation's, because I don't see it on this report, has probation's recommendation to, has it ever been like in the last, whatever, 150 days to continue him on probation?
Yes, Your Honor, it has been.
And-
And for him to continue. Okay. For him to continue so that he can continue with the programs that are being offered through the gang caseload unit, which he's on he was modified into back in August 2021 to continue with EHN Tacoma services.
Okay. All right, Mr. Carmona, do you know what you're gonna do on the new case?
If that is the final offer, Judge, well, the new case is being declined.
I thought the engaging is the one, that's the one I'm calling the new case, the one I have here. I thought that one, that's what they're offering 18 months on.
Correct. The only one that was declined was the terrorist threat.
Right.
So it's an engaging assault. So that's a state jail, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Okay. Then on that one, Judge, if we can maybe set this, Ms. Rago, would you consider 12 months?
I can do 12. I'll put it in the portal right now if we can get the deal.
Mr. Carmona, or Chris, can you tell me what our next setting is?
February 24th, Judge, we have a status hearing on the new case, the engaging, and then we will have the pre-revo on the 2019 case.
Okay.
So
So-
on the 29th case, would the court consider 2 TDC?
Who's handling that? Ms. Rago? I think I'm okay with it, Mr. Carmona.
I'm okay with that one too.
Okay, then if I could get plea paper sent to me, 12, so it'd be 12 state jail and then 2 TDC on the revo.
Correct.
And back in October, Mr. Cremona, October 12th, 21, that was a discussion with ADA Herrera at the time. There was a discussion of 2 years on the rebel.
Yeah, I just think that we couldn't finalize it because we didn't know what was going to happen with these new cases.
And Omar, so you know, when you talk to your client about this, if he's in a position where, how can I tell you? I have not ruled out the potential to extend him on probation, but I understand with that type of wreck, it may not matter to him. I don't know. Maybe it does.
And Your Honor, we have had discussions about that, and he's open to an extension, Your Honor. Because he was telling me
he may want to continue to do probation in lieu of time, right? That's what you're saying.
Yes, Your Honor. He is not. He's definitely. He would do that, Your Honor. I can say that.
Your Honor, and the state is not opposed to an extension either.
Okay. So we're gonna go take that to your client, Mr. Carmona.
Yes,
what
ma'am.
I'd like to do though is the 24th, Chris, is that a Thursday or a Tuesday? What I want to do is have it at the 3 p.m. docket. Because if we're there and he's making decisions or undecided or whatever he's thinking, especially if we end up going some type of probation route, I don't know how useful it is to have another discussion with him, but we're definitely going to have one. So let's just do that. That next.
And Judge, excuse me, yes, the 24th would be a Thursday. If you wanted me to switch it to Tuesday, the 22nd, or the following week.
No, the 22nd at 3 p.m., please.
You got it, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. We'll see how
Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Who's next?
Thank you.
Maybe excuse, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, Judge Monares on page 6.
Go ahead.
It's cause number 2016-0D02790. Cause number 2021-0D03075. State of Texas versus Francisco Monares. Announcement of council, please.
Joaquin for the state of Texas.
Richard Roman on behalf of defendant Francisco Monares.
Good morning, and we're set for a probation status and judges conference. Let me ask you, Ms. King, on the new DWI, what's the rec there?
So, Your Honor, we the rec would be on the probation is the plea of true, and then for the new case is 5 AP, 30 days ACOP, but to also be screened and accepted into Judge Anchondo's DWI court.
Okay. Okay. All righty, Mr. Roman?
In total agreement, Your Honor, we'd just like to get this expedited and wrapped up, set for a plea. We're ready to go.
Well, have you had him screened through CCR2?
Not yet, but I wanted to, make sure I got the court's blessing before I initiated phone calls and emails.
Yeah, so the only issue I see there is how they can do it while he's in custody.
I've talked with the 384th a while back, and we kind of ran into a roadblock because Your Honor wanted some jail time for Mr. Monares, but I'm sure be happy to call them and initiate it again.
So it's CCR2. That's where that DWI court would be operating out of.
Yes, ma'am.
I know Judge Anchondo has also asked that obviously the ACOP days, at least a certain number of them, are mandated by statute. So in this case, there's been 30. He's been asking on those DWI referrals, if they're accepted, that they do their jail time ahead of time because they go through a program. For example, when they're on a DWI third, and let's say it's just the statutory 10 days, they go through a period of treatment and they're actually doing really well. And at the end of it all, they have to go back to jail because those ACOP days are outstanding.
Yes,
so I'm sure we have future settings. We're going to track those. But what I need you to initiate is the process with CCR2, Judge Anchondo's court, to get him screened. I don't know if they can do that. I don't know that they've ever screened anybody that's in jail. So
I'll find out, Your Honor. Just as soon as I'm dismissed here, I'll initiate that contact.
Okay, and then, I'm sorry, what was on the probation case, you said what?
Just the plea of true to run concurrent.
And what is he's gonna plead true and do what?
5, Your Honor.
5 years probation? He's already on 5 years probation, right?
Let me, on the probation case, let me.
Are you?
I was thinking about the new case.
Mhm.
And my system is slow.
Why does it say that? Why does it say that it's a state jail felony on the docket? That's weird.
I do see that it's titled as state jail.
Mhm. Okay, well, in any event, we're gonna go to the next hearing, Mr. Roman. Let us know. I have a feeling we might have some problems, but if you can get it started, maybe CCR2 has figured this out, how to interview and see if they qualify. Maybe it's something that might require your assistance in terms of taking over some documentation or anything like that, okay?
No problem, Your Honor. With the courts, may I be excused so I can initiate that context?
Yes, thank you very much. Who's next,
Thank
Chuy?
Okay, Judge Alvarez on page 8.
Okay, go ahead.
Cause number 2021-030-0772. Cause number 2021-030-1337. State of Texas versus Christopher Ray Alvarez. Announcement to council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ruben Hernandez for Mr. Alvarez. Judge, we filed a motion to withdraw as I have been unable to effectively communicate with him. He's been avoiding me like the plague. He's been unable to, I'm assuming it's because he's been unable to comply with his contractual obligations. And so he actually called yesterday to the office and we gave him the link. Apparently the bonding company gave him the link. And so I don't know if he logged on or not, but we're asking the court to allow him to withdraw.
Okay, and this is the second time, right, Mr. Hernandez, that I think you brought it to the court's attention. We'd already had some issues. Yes. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. Okay, and Chuy, he's not here, or Chris, do you see him?
No, Judge.
Did he check in?
He did not check in Monday nor yesterday, Judge. I do have someone on an iPhone. They're unidentified. I'm not sure who that might be.
Your Honor, just to bring something to the court's attention, Mr. Alvarez does have a pending indecency of child through contact and from San Antonio. And I was informed by the ADA from there that he does have a status conference in his court today in San Antonio. I don't know what time though.
Chuy, I'm gonna have to, let's go ahead and double check on whether he's been checking in. I feel very comfortable saying he was not here last time because I think Mr. Hernandez, it was kind of mirror what we're doing today. And so we're gonna need to get with the bonding company because that for me is at least 2 no-shows. And Chuy, if you'll go back into your records and see if we have any more, we may be needing to pull that bond.
Yes, Judge, I will.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez, in terms of the motion to withdraw, that motion is granted. If you happen to have the order handy, if you'll just email it really quickly, maybe Chris already has it, and we'll sign off on it, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Okay, you too, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Your Honor,
Thank you. Thank you.
Marissa. Mhm.
yes, just to let you know on Mr. Alvarez, he's actually on PR bond on the 2021-1337 case.
Oh,
So,
okay.
It would be through PR, not the bonding company, I'm guessing. He does have a 5,000 corporate surety, but
Yeah, I didn't see any PR. Oh, there it is. Yeah. 0772, there's the PR bond notation. Okay, so Chris, let's get in touch with PR bond and check on compliance there. I need a violation. Notice of violation, whatever they have, and failing to appear for court ASAP.
Okay, Judge, we'll get that.
Thank you. Thank you, Marissa. State jail. Okay. All right. Who else, Judy?
Okay, Judge, on page 2, Mario Becerra, Mr. Vasquez requested to approach on his client's case, Judge.
Okay, go ahead.
It's cause number 2019-0D02380, State of Texas versus Mario Becerra. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Joseph Vasquez representing Mr. Becerra.
Good morning, and we're here for a status conference. What's up, Mr. Vasquez?
Well, Judge, my client is charged with DWI third or more, and he does have a prior felony conviction where he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. The initial recommendation was 4 years, and I relayed that to him, and he had indicated to me that he wanted me to request 3. When I spoke to Ms. King and Mr. Flores yesterday, they told me the 4-year recommendation was off the table and that we weren't sure what would be acceptable to the court. So I needed to approach to get if I could get them to put 4 back on the table or put 3 back on the table. Would the court accept that? Or
So that's unusual for me to, okay, well, I'm not sure. I mean, if you all, we're offering 4, I'm not sure. Was there something that caused 4 to go away?
well, there was I guess it had a deadline, but they're not really enforced. But I guess just the question of what would be acceptable to the court, we discussed. And so.
Your Honor, he does have 5 previous DWIs.
Isn't it this the 5th or?
This is the 5th one.
Yeah.
If you're asking me if I'll take the 4, it sounded like 4 is off the table. I don't know. That's up to you all. I haven't looked at it. If you all have an agreement, you want to send it on up, I'll look at it.
Okay, well, I did file a motion to suppress, and there's some discovery issues that are outstanding. And I believe I was told the motion to suppress is scheduled for Tuesday afternoon. But I guess we'll negotiate and then see if we're going to move forward with that, or if we'll just file plea papers and see how that goes.
Sure.
Your
Real
Honor,
quick, Mr.
also-
Vasquez, the motion to suppress hearing was reset to the 8th to give the DA's office the allotted time.
Okay.
10 days. So instead of Tuesday, will be the February 8th Tuesday setting.
Your Honor, and I will honor the 4, but nothing less.
Okay.
Okay, if you're just, I'm sorry, Judge, go ahead.
Well, I'm thinking about the motion to suppress. That's set on a Tuesday? Chris,
I said it on a Tuesday, Judge. Do you want me to do it on a different day?
are you all wanting to do that motion remotely?
I will, Judge, if I do it, but my client has already accepted the 4, try to get 3. If you'll just send me plea papers,
Okay.
I think I'll go that route instead.
All righty. All right, then we'll see you all soon. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. May I be excused?
Sure. Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Who's next, Tree?
Okay, Judge, Moore on page 6.
Again? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's cause number 2021-0D01487, cause number 2020-0D05067, cause number 2019-0D06837, and cause number 2021-0D02854, State of Texas versus Adeline Leona Moore. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Good morning, Brent Stevens for Ms. Moore.
Good morning. So this is a quick turnaround. I gotta think we had some weird duplicate settings, but I'll ask. You guys have anything worked out?
I don't have a rec yet for everything, and we also have a new case that should be filed.
That's right.
There's an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle that should be indicted by February 3rd. There's an examining trial set.
Mhm.
So
So this is premature.
a little bit.
And we were just here on Tuesday. Okay, so I'm assuming we have future settings on everything, right?
Your Honor, the next one we have is February 24th for a pre-revel hearing.
That's fine.
And I'll be in contact with Miss King. I was hoping to do it yesterday, but I didn't get around to it, but I'll try to contact her and we'll try to work something out.
Alrighty, thank you both.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who's next, Tree?
Hey, Judge, the cases that need to go before you, those are the only ones. We had two other attorneys that, as of yet, they're no-shows. And then Ms. Hill is here on the remaining case, but we're waiting for the remainder of the parties on that one.
Okay, I'll be here.
Chris, if you
Good
could
morning.
take us off the YouTube live, please.